Hello there. What is going on, everyone? The Bad Batch is now up for pre-order, and we have an amazing look at these really fantastic looking sculpts as they are on the Asmodee store now up for pre-order. So all of you Bad Batch fans, Clone Force 99, the Clone Force 99 Squad Pack, as it is being called, is going to be coming out this summer. June 7th is the tentative release date. We're going to take a look at the pre-order page, also compare these a little bit to the Star Wars Legion version of the Bad Batch. I'm sure we'll get more previews of this at Adepticon as well, because these guys are still a little ways out. But we're going to be getting lots and lots more previews here pretty soon. A very interesting way that they kind of went about doing these, too, because while a lot of this is just going to be the images and the artwork, we do have a little bit about the nature of the pack and how some of them are going to be dual era. Notice I said some of them, not all of them, are going to be dual era. We are also doing a big giveaway right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. We have taken a break from doing giveaways for a little bit while, but we are back. So if you are interested, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's going to get you entered to win that giveaway. We're going to do, we'll reveal the winner for that in early March. So you have some time. You've got a couple of weeks to get into that. We'll also be doing more giveaways as time goes on. We've got a big Star Trek core set we're going to give away, as it gets closer to the late spring, early summer. And lots of other cool stuff coming up. So definitely stick around, click that subscribe button. Let's chat about the Bad Batch. They look very cool. Now, this is more Clone Wars era, the Bad Batch animated series style of sculpt. The art style here is very much inspired by the cartoon. And I say that because that should be intuitive. That should be exactly what you expect. However, when the Bad Batch was previewed for Star Wars Legion, we saw that the proportions were a little different, especially most notably with Wrecker, because he's so big. He's kind of like a Incredible Hulk style character, whereas they kind of made him a little bit more normal sized here. So he's he's not in that massive size. You have more realistic proportions with the Star Wars Legion version of the Bad Batch. But we did see them first, although we did know that we've known for a little while that Clone Force 99 was also coming for Star Wars Shatterpoint. This is our first time getting a look at it. And there's very cool stuff. I want to jump over, if you will. Let's go over to the pre-order page, and we're going to take a look at a little bit more details with the box. I'll show you what the box is going to look like. We'll show you some product descriptions, which I think are going to be pretty telling. So here we are. We're going to, here it is, the Clone Force 99 Squad Pack. You can see there's definitely a lot of, we call them, a lot of terrain pieces on the bases. However, they didn't go with tactical rocks this time. They did more with tactical, computer equipment, consoles, terminals, lots of interesting stuff. I think they've been very clever in how they've been trying to make these models look really, really nice, as well as showcasing the great sculpts here. So here we can see some close-ups of Hunter is just like totally on this other thing. I don't know what that is. Maybe a power generator or just computer equipment. But it's nice because I imagine if you don't want to do this and you want your own stuff, you can totally put your own basing materials on there. You can take that piece that he's on and toss it. You can do a lot of stuff. I think Hunter, being so versatile and well versed in hunting and tracking, I think this is going to be a miniature that some people will do very interesting things. You can put him in the snow or in the woods, or like kind of have him hiding in a treetop or something like that. I think there's a lot of cool things that people will do with Hunter. I think that's pretty cool. Both Echo and Crosshair are here kind of kneeling behind terrain pieces. You probably don't have to put those on at all. I probably won't. I will probably discard those two. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of different options here. The Tech and Wrecker are here now. Wrecker has an interesting decision here. They decided to put Omega on Wrecker's base. This is a really interesting one. It makes me wonder if Omega was an afterthought, or did they more likely did they simply want to have the ability to run all of this whole team a little bit more easily. And by putting multiple characters on a single base, that's a way to do that. It's kind of like with the Mandalorian and Grogu on the same thing. I think it works, and I like that I like that she has synergy with all of them. But if you go back to like season 1 of the Bad Batch, when I would imagine a lot of this expansion was probably inspired by, she definitely has that a little bit more of a connection with Wrecker initially. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, having 2 different characters on the same base, and how they'll represent both of them. I imagine there'll be, abilities that represent Omega shooting with the bow. Maybe she'll be the ranged attack. But it's weird because Wrecker also has a pistol, so maybe Omega will just be like an ability rather than the primary attacker. Although I do like that he's holding two big pieces of I don't know, sheet metal or something like that. He's ready to just clobber. Again, very much in that Hulk-like ability where he would pick up 2 cars and smash somebody with them. And we've got Tech here. Tech looks good as well. I really like the way they captured the essence of the Bad Batch here. Omega looks a little weird. Like if I were to kind of zoom in on her face here, it's a little like she's kind of got, I don't know, maybe too much shading around the eyes. The face doesn't look quite right there, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. But so that's a look at them. Now, if we scroll up, we're going to get a little bit more information about this expansion. Here it's going to say, Clone Force 99 joins Star Wars Shatterpoint in the new Squad Pack, commonly known as the Bad Batch. The characters in this pack give players a variety of new squad building options, beginning with Clone Sergeant Hunter as a primary unit in both the Clone Wars and Galactic Civil War eras. So, Clone Wars, Galactic Civil War. Joining him as dual-era units are Wrecker and Omega as a new secondary unit. So Wrecker and Omega are going to be a secondary, but single miniature or single base as a secondary. And then you have, as a support, you've got Echo and Tech, which is pretty cool. So you have Echo and Tech working together. You've also got Crosshair, who enters the game as a Clone Wars era secondary unit. So you've got a different, if you don't want Omega and Wrecker, you can put Crosshair in there as a secondary. Or you could, of course, run all of them together if you just have to figure out what the complementary squad is going to be. Which there's lots of different thoughts there. And it's pretty cool when you get into mixing and matching at this point. I think definitely, looking at maybe Anakin or Obi-Wan or something like that, having the clones kind of do some different stuff. There's a lot of cool options. Though you can't be, I don't see an easy way to fit Rex in there right now. But maybe we'll get new versions of those characters at some point where they can be primary and stuff. So I think there's definitely the doors open for more of that. But it's also interesting that Crosshair is not going to be Galactic Civil War. At least this version of Crosshair. There may be a different version of Crosshair, which I can see showing up at some point. I like the way that they kind of did that. So it's going to be interesting for like an expansion pack where different characters are not all available in the same eras. So that's cool. But it still gives you multiple ways to run this pack. So I like it. If you want to see a look at the back of the box. I will point out that we get some pretty cool stuff here. That we can see that we're getting, we're getting helmeted options with these guys. So we're going to be able to see, all the helmets here. If you want to zoom in, I like that they showcase this with the art. It's very clear. It's very telling exactly what you're going to be getting. And it's going to be tough if you struggle with painting faces, like I often do. You may decide to, hey, let me just put the helmets on and have them looking awesome. Another thing I usually like to do, however, is I like to have the helmets on the base, like they set their helmets on the ground and then they're fighting. I like to do that. It's going to be it's always a tough choice for me on do I take the easy road and just put the helmet on and not paint the face, or do I do the thing that's going to look cooler overall is, paint the helmet also, but put it on the ground. It's more work that way because I've got to try and get a face done, and then I still have to paint a helmet that's just going to end up being on the ground and maybe covered up with some mud partially or something like that. But it's kind of cool that we're getting some different options here. You're getting a lot of miniatures. You're getting a lot of recognizable characters. I like that everybody is going to be here. Everybody is like the whole gang is included, and I think that's pretty cool. But I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the Clone Force 99 squad pack. They look pretty groovy. I think they really captured the essence, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from these guys. Also, really looking forward to seeing the synergy or contrast rather that they'll have versus their Star Wars Legion components. How are we going to see them play in Legion, as well as how are we going to see them play in Shatterpoint? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and out of this world. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Always wash your socks.